Okay, in this part we're going to go over the character sheet itself, and we're going to do a little bit of character maintenance as well. Let's just right click this file Hatley. We're going to open it up in Notepad++. And as you can see, we have a huge XML file. Quite a few lines, as you can see, 4,000. But it's still small, relatively small. It's all text-based, and it contains all of the information for your character sheet. It's a good idea that you don't change the overall structure. For example, nested nodes such as pace and value need to remain nested under the node BMR. But other things like campaign name and race name, doesn't matter what order those are in. However, I would recommend that you keep the last node of everything always the last. So rule set is always the last. Should stay right where it is. Here you can basically update and make very customized changes to your character sheet, and any change here will show up on the character sheet in the program itself. It's a good idea not to make too many changes, or you might, for example, changes for these database locations for races or anything like that. These are very specific values of where it has to go to look for these databases. Things that you might probably end up changing could be very, very low-level information, such as quite possibly a PowerPoint adder or casting panel, but you can make these changes too also in the program. So we're just going to get out of this and we're going to open up AutoHARP again, and I'm going to open up my character sheet that I just showed you, which was Hatley. And we're just going to do some overall maintenance and just give you an idea of some of the things you might want to consider doing right now with your character sheet. We're going to just start off with traits. And as you can see, I really don't have a picture here to put in for my character Hatley. So up here you'll see the icon for, looks like kind of a beach scene. We're just going to click on that. It's going to let me add an image. Well, I'm going to go deep into my computer here, where I believe I'm going to find my character sheet image. And all of these guys look like they'd be great contenders, but I'm specifically looking for this one, Damien. And I double click on him, and his picture will now appear on the screen. I can select bitmaps, JPEGs, and PNG files will all be accepted in this picture. I can add other personalized information, especially for the campaign itself. So for instance, my name, I can add. The campaign name will just say, for lack of originality, that it's a Middle-earth campaign. It's given me -10 development points because I made this character into a hybrid, which is denoted here, human and elf in brackets. All other information, such as its culture, and then the profession, and then what level that profession is, and also the level of the character, which is 0. It's level 0 because I haven't really added a character level to this player yet. Level 47 power points and 62 hit points are also shown here in the header. This PC column here will list all of the character sheets that I have open. So if I create another character sheet, or I open up another character sheet, it'll list them all here. I can change his weight. It's in centimeters, and his weight is in kilograms. His height is in centimeters. I'll update his hair. It's brown. His eyes, which are brown. His age, we'll just say he's 30. The fate points was part of the preferences file, so it got put in there. Experience points, I'll just say he's got 1,000. And you can add in your physical description, character's background, the personal goals, and then any other notes for the campaign that you might want to put in here. And to save, go up here and click on Save. And if it gives you the window, just go ahead and overwrite. Another thing that's worth doing now would be to fill in your character's armor. You can do a full armor, or you can do armor by the piece. If you can't do both, you can do either one or the other. So let's just say, for example, that my character is just wearing all chainmail, then I would just select chainmail. The quality is normal and the material is normal because we don't have the martial law rules in here quite yet. If I want to give him a shield, I'll click shield and I'll say I'll just give him a full shield. And as you can see in the defense information, all the information that is in here. So my DB for armor, what my quickness and armor penalty is going to end up being, so I need to put more ranks in my armor skill to get that up. Magic, which is actually something that you would put in yourself. If I have a magical armor and it's a +10, I would put in a 10 and it would raise my armor bonus. But since I don't, I'll get rid of that now. Chi defense, which is demarked here, so you have your full armor bonus and then you have your chi armor bonus with the chi defense reflected in there as well. The shield, which I selected, which was full. The talent, which I also can change. I can give my 10 if I wanted to. And then a special, which I can change as well. Now if I want to do armor by the piece, it's a good idea to come back here and select none. And then to just start adding in for each piece the type of armor that you are going to put in there. And let's just say that for his helmet, I'll just kind of go off what the picture said. So it was a chainmail. Goriot's chainmail. I'll say his pauldrons are also chainmail, but his gauntlets I'm going to say are plate. Or not plate, but plate and chain. His bracers will be plate. His cuirass will be chain. His greaves, his greaves will be plate. His boots will be a rigid leather, and his shirt will be a chainmail. And I get a bit of a better DB, which is 60. My quickness and armor penalty is actually a little bit better, as it's an 8. And as you can see, I have quite a higher DB because I did armor by type. So that's probably a good thing. For offensive information, we're going to get to that a little bit later as we finish the character sheet. But what you can do here is you can add attacks. But let's get back to that a little bit later. Let's go to talents, because it told me that I have a bonus skill rank talent and I need to add 5 additional ranks. So I go to skills, and this is where I'm going to start adding my ranks. And let's just say that I want to add some more influence ranks to my character sheet. To do that, I go on and I click on influence, and it will give me a whole listing of all of the information for my skills, the cost, the ranks, the bonus, the stat bonus, the talent bonus, special bonus, and then obviously the grand total. Now I can't add ranks when the type is all. All basically means that it's showing me all ranks. What I need to do is I need to select a type of rank that I'm going to be adding. And since this was something that was for the race itself, I'm going to just put these under adolescence. You can pretty much pick anything you want. And I'm going to put them under leadership, diplomacy again, and let's put one more under trading. And then to see my changes, I go back to all, and as you can see, everything is back to normal. And now I've added my skills, my skill ranks under that talent. Enhanced senses actually gives me a +10 to all my perception rolls. So again, I need to go back to skills and look for perception. And that's under general. There it is right there. Now I need to add 10. So what I do is, it's a talent that I'm adding to, so I go under the talent bonus column. I click on that, and it'll give me a text box. I'll enter in 10, and I can hit enter, and it will update. And that's that. The next talent is night vision, which is more of a descriptive talent, and that's something that you're going to have to do manually on your own. If I wanted to add a talent, I can simply come down here, select a talent. We'll just say let's add scholar. and I can change the description if I wanted to. This is custom, we'll just put that in there, and then I can add it. Now what I made the changes to will be to the character sheet, not to the database itself. So if I click on Scholar here, I'll get the same information. But if I click on Scholar here, you'll notice that this is custom, doesn't show up. If I wanted to edit this, I will click on the Scholar. I can eliminate this as custom, and I will click on Edit Talent, and it will go away. I can also just delete the talent by selecting the talent and then delete talent. The last thing I would like to show you is the skills. And just a quick overview, this gives you all of your skills, and it also gives you all of your sub-skills. So under Combat, you see Combat Style, and these are all your sub-skills. If you left or right click, you'll get additional things that you can do. For example, I can add a sub-skill, I can edit the skill, I can delete the skill, I can set the skill as frequently used, or I can lock the cost for skill. And each one of these, well, the add sub-skill is pretty straightforward, as is edit and delete. The set skill as frequently used will put the skill bonus on the front of your printed sheet. And the lock cost for skill is a little bit more complicated. Let's say that you wanted to lock a particular skill at a particular cost of 4. But the rest of the skills, you want to have them change if you ever change this to like a favored category. You would then select climbing as a locked cost for skill. And then if I came here to athletic and I decided to set this category as favored, you'll notice that climbing doesn't change the cost. The cost is the same. And I'm going to set the category as not favored. Other things you can do is if you think you need to refresh your category, you can always set show all skills from the database. It'll refresh the category. And if you come in here to a sub-skill, you can actually set the sub-skill as primary. And I'll go over import attack info later on. The statistics just show you what the statistics are, and I will go over these 3 statistics items and magic later on in other tutorials. That's it for this tutorial. I'm going to create a new level in the next tutorial.